Hey folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we're going to work on a pair of earrings using our Thunderhorse Descendant inspiration bundle for January, Let the Light In. So this is our inspiration card. So I'm not sure this is going to work, but we're going to try it. So let's turn down and do so. Okay, so what I've got here are the crimp, the bells, whatever you want to call them, the earring bells. I've got a couple of crystals. No, these are not the Egyptian crystals that came in the kit. These are some really faceted but smaller crystals because I'm going to do something and I hope I have enough room to do it. Then I'm going to take and hook these on here, but I'm also going to hook a little piece of chain that goes from side to side. And on that chain, I'm going to have a little dangle, like so. Now, these are out of my stash. So is this crystal. I could have used the Egyptian crystal, but I needed it to be just a little bit smaller, so I'm hoping that works. And what I want to do is I want to take this big guy and I want to dangle him in the middle here. And hopefully he won't bang into the crystal as we do that. We'll have to see how this works. But what we're going to do right now, first of all, is we're going to get these beads set up. If it turns out that these won't fit up there, we will switch it to one of these little teardrops and still put, oh, there with my ametrine. Okay, well, I'll have to find that. I gotta stop knocking things off my desk today. That's the third thing I think I've knocked off. So this is going to go in here with this. And this baby. So it's got a little bit of a little drop like so. Still looks crooked, doesn't it? Let's get it straightened up some. And then of course we'll have this one for the other side. I gotta find my little ametrine. But unless I can find some tiny amethyst instead, but we'll see. So let's start putting these together. Well, I could not find my little dropped ametrine, so I'm going to switch it out because I did remember that one of the bargain bead boxes I still had a few little amethyst, small amethyst beads in. So I got those out. They look to be about the same size. I actually was sort of hoping they'd be smaller because I wanted a nice small bead up on top, but since they're not, we will use this one. Well, if I can find the hole. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to wind these up with a big enough wind so that they'll go over the chain. And then the chain will go from side to side in here with this crystal between. So it will hang down from it. And what I want to do is have this one hang in here, but I'm not sure it's going to be small enough. It may be too big, but we will see. If it is, then we will compromise. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wind these little guys up, and then I'm going to start putting these bottom pieces together. and then we'll see what we do from there. Bing. Now, since I'm going to let these slide on the wire, on the chain, even though it's pretty small chain, I think I may go up to our second size on our bell making pliers so that it has plenty of sliding room. So we'll go up and around and through. And now this can be finished right now because it's going to slide on the chain. It's not going to hook onto it at all. So up and around and over and through and lollipop. So then now we're going to wind those two up. Grabbing right here, and then we're going to wind right here. Now I think that's about all, so we'll trim off this excess and we will tuck her in. Now we bent this down when we were trying to tuck that, so we have to straighten it back up because we definitely want it straight for sliding on that wire. Or the cable, I should say. So there's the one. We'll get the other one done. Good going, drop your crystals. Boy, I just got the butterfingers today, don't I? The crystal should be easier to find than the other ones, hopefully anyway, because it is quite a bit bigger than both the ametrine I dropped and the little white teardrop I dropped. So, let's hope so anyway, right? Trim this little bit off, tuck her in, straighten this one up. See, she's just a teeny bit tucked, not as much as the other one was, but there she is, all fixed now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run the chain through here, and then this is going to go, well, the chain will go on here, on our piece right here. Then the crystal will go on this side. I might have to open it a little more. Let's see. Well, we're going to have to keep it off of there for right now. This is going to go up and through here. This other end here is going to go onto this little end wire here that goes with the, okay, and it goes, squish it together, give it a bit of a twist so it tightens it up some. Oops, got that. Well, that might be just fine. See how that hangs down there? Now I gotta go find my other crystal. Okay, that one wasn't hard to find. It's right below my feet. So I open this up, put the chain on, put the crystal on, okay. Now we want to put this little guy onto the chain. Now this is easier to do when it's sitting on the ground like this, or on your mat I should say, it's not on the ground. And then we're going to pull the chain up, and we want it up here on the top. And then we need the pin to go through it and then through the crystal, just like so. Now squish them together. Twist to tighten them just a hair. There, see? Now the next step, if it will work, is to wrap these up and put them in here. We're going to see if it's going to be too big here in just a minute. Now the question is, because there's no upper hoop up there, because these are small, I mean, you know, there's not very much room, we're going to have to see if this will go through here. Because both it and the earring wire are going to have to go through this spot. Maybe it would be easier if I did it like so, and then let it drop. Oh dear, that's hitting the crystal and we aren't even got anything done. So that's going to be too big. See there? Way too big. So we might as well take this back off. We can put it around and save it for something else. And in the meantime, I'm going to think of something to do with our top piece here. I do want something up there. I'm just not sure. Oop. That's so close. It would have to be right up to the edge of the here to reach it. So that's definitely not going to work. And I'm trying to decide what we want to do next. Well, since these are obviously not going to work, we're going to have to come up with a different plan for these. I could just wrap this and put it on the bottom of something else, but I don't think I want to, so I'm just going to cut it off of here and put these back in their bag and give it some thought as to what to use our pretty little beads here for. Now, if I had tried making the earrings first, I would have realized that they wouldn't work, and I could have put it in a necklace. But necklace is finished, so we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to decide what we're going to put in here. Now, frankly, I've been a little wondering about this anyway because of the way this little ball is here. We're going to have see if 2 jumprings will fit in there in order to put anything in the middle anyway. So let's check that. Let's test that out. See if 2 jumprings will go in that ring that's up at the top there. If not, then we can't put anything up there anyway that's going to hang. We would have to wire wrap it from side to side. So let's find that out. Actually, why don't we put our ear wire on while we're at it? Though, frankly, I'm not sure I want the ear wire to face this direction. So we may have to do a double ear wire so we can get the earring to hang this direction, and we will, because I can see it's not going to sit quite the way I want it to. So let's see if we can get the second jump ring in there so it will hang down to below. And we can, but how stiff is it going to be? And this has to open to the bottom. So it's going to be very stiff. They don't want to move at all beside each other here. There we go. It will now. So yeah, we can hang something up there, and we're going to want a second jump ring for the earring wire though. So I may switch to my teeny tinies for my ear wire. So that, well, for one thing, there'll be more space because the teeny tinies are teeny tiny, and they won't make the earring be way up high. So let's take out the one with the ear wire in it. Work it out. Come on. You decided to play nice with each other while you were in there, and now you don't want to come out, huh? There we go. Okay, so since I still have this other jump ring open, maybe I'll put it on the other one right now. I have to open a little more though. Go on through. Sometimes we get a little tricky when we're working in these odd angles. This is definitely an odd angle going into the inside here. Hopefully my head's not getting in your way. Okie dokie. Now we could put the top on by getting a couple of little tiny jump rings. But right now I'm trying to think of what I want to put in the middle, because I do want a tangle in the middle. I wonder if this little guy in the middle would be another one of these guys. Wow, he's almost hitting too. It has to be really small. What? Oh, what? Well, I'm going to give it some thought. We'll be back in a bit. Okay, hopefully this is going to work the way I'm thinking of. What I'm thinking we'll do is we'll take a couple of these twisted rings, and we're going to take one of the little tiny teardrop ones. We're going to hook it to the twisted ring, and then we'll hook the twisted ring up into there. And hopefully that will work and be tiny enough. I've also got some tiny jump rings for putting the ear wire on. So let's see if we can get this to work. A lot of it, of course, is going to depend on how well it hangs. Is it going to be short enough? Is it going to be too long again? I'm hoping that it will be fine. Okay. Now we'll wrap this up. Now we didn't need to put it right on it because this is an open jump ring. I will open it up to put this onto it. Okay. Cut off the extra and tuck her in. See how she's looking here. It's a little crooked, so we'll straighten her up. And that's not tucked very well. There we go. Now let's see if we can put this on here and then put it on that ring. Let's see, where's our opening? There it is. Oops, it was down there. Shows how much I could tell. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm sitting here thinking, hopefully this will work the way I want it to. It is. It is going to work. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. So let's get the other one round up and put on there, and then all we got to do is put our ear wires on, which is going to be easier said than done because we're going to use the tiny ones, and then those are a little tricky sometimes because they are so tiny. Tuck this little piece in. Okay, open this guy up. Hopefully we'll find the right spot this time. It is up there that time. Continue. Let you hang down. So now for the ear wires. So we got these teeny weeny little tiny jump rings. And I put one on here. And open the second one up. Put it on the first teeny tiny, and then on the ear wire. Close her up. Doesn't look like it's quite closed, so we will and there's our first earring finished. Now we got to just put the ear wire on this other one. Sorry for having gone off the camera there. And earring number 2. I think that turned out rather pretty. Now it just goes to show, if your first plan doesn't work, keep working. Sooner or later it'll work. You'll find something that works for you. And I really like that. I think it turned out really cute. Like I said, not the first plan of action, because the first plan of action was to put in the big white bead. But, hey, the second plan of action worked really nicely. I think those look really good. That little twisted loop really adds something. So there we go. Our earrings with the slight improvisation in it. That improv turned out really cute, I think. There they are. Our earrings from our Thunderhorse Descendant January Inspiration Bundle. Let the light in. Hope you enjoyed making these with me and going through all my various strategies. And this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.